And I got a good sign when 4 days before the end, I called up Mike. They just canceled the fireworks. It was the front page story. They canceled. Now, usually you cancel fireworks because you don't want fireworks if you're going to lose, right? Did anybody ever use fireworks if they're going to lose? Governor, in the history of elections, if you lose, you don't set off fireworks, right? So they canceled their beautiful Grucci fireworks. And I wanted to be a wise guy, so I offered them 5 cents on the dollar for their fireworks, okay? I did. We never heard back. No, we never heard back. We never heard back. So anyway, but that was a good sign. Do you agree? So anyway. So I figured it's election night. I figured we're going to lose. But, you know, hey, this is sort of cool. I never did this stuff before. Hey, by the way, did we all do a good job together, right? It's a movement. It's a movement. So then the real numbers started coming. And we started with, like, Ohio. And I was expected to win Ohio by 2 points or 3 points. When I say I'm talking about the two of us and us, all of us. So it comes in. We have breaking news. Donald Trump has won Ohio in a massive number. Right? We won Ohio very close to 10%. So the 2% or 3% was now close to 10%. I said, that's good. Then we have breaking news. Donald Trump has won the great state of Iowa. I said, whoa. And that was supposed to be close. We were up a little bit in the polls, like 1 point. We won it by more than 10 points, right? And I'm saying, this is a little different than these exit polls. What's going on? Because the exit polls had me tied in Ohio. Then they were getting a little bit like, they were surprised by the numbers, right? You know, these people that are standing back there. 3 of them I see. 3 of them. I see 3 of them, and 4 of them I think are hiding in the back. They're in the... So then they go to Florida. And they're doing pretty well in Florida. Unfortunately, they forgot to count our votes. So all of a sudden, they get to areas that we just dominated. And we're sort of tied. And we haven't gotten to the panhandle yet. She loves the I love the panhandle, too. And they told one of the networks they were interviewing, yes, we feel very good about Florida. Florida is going to be ours. And North Carolina will be ours. That's the firewall, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has won the state of Florida. Right? Now, they spent 10 to 1 in North Carolina. I love that state. We won South Carolina easily, but North Carolina was supposed to be something that's very hard to win. Right? Very, very hard to win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. And you see these people, they go like, oh, we go. One of the networks is going, ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news, Donald Trump. They're like in a state of absolute, like they're getting sick. One of them, they say, broke down and started to cry, but I don't think she did, really. I don't think she did. So they go, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump has won the state of North Carolina. Hey, now they're going home. Now we're running up the East Coast. I mean, it's like a marathon. It's like, and now we hit Pennsylvania, and they don't want to call it, right? You saw that. They don't want to call it. So we're left with 1%. And if they got 100% of that 1%, they still get killed in Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania was tough because every Republican forever thought they were going to win the great state of Pennsylvania, right? They said, not me, the bride that got away. That's the expression. It's always the bride that got away. Pennsylvania, great state. And I said, we're going to win Pennsylvania, but I keep thinking about every time you see the Republicans are going for 38 years or something, they hadn't won Pennsylvania. So it's one of those states, very, very tough to win. But I just felt so good. We're getting these massive crowds. In fact, we're going there in 2 days to celebrate. Hershey, Pennsylvania. We're going to Hershey. A big crowd. So Pennsylvania, they don't want to call it. They don't want to call it. There's like 1% left, and there's no way they can catch it. And I'm looking, and I'm starting to do interviews now because now I'm thinking, boy, this is fun. This is great. I can't lose Pennsylvania. But they refuse to call it because they're dishonest people, okay? So, it's all right. So then we go up the coast, and then it happened, right? Before Pennsylvania, even though they should have done Pennsylvania at about 11:30 in the evening. Of course, there's two reasons. Number one, they like the commercials because the audience they had that night was massive. The debates, did I win those debates, folks? Right? The debates had a massive, over 100 million people. And by the way, did Mike Pence, did he win his debate? Mike Pence. That wasn't even a contest. In fact, Mike, it actually got boring. That was not even a contest. So then it happened, folks, out of nowhere. Oh, and they got sick to, they were like, he was throwing up. You know, with the map being, boy, that map was getting red as hell. That map was bleeding red. Florida, South Carolina. And before that, remember, Texas. They said for 3 months, Texas is in play. Texas, that means we're like even. And Republicans win Texas. Even if you're a lousy candidate, you win Texas. Texas is Republican, and it's great, and the people are great, and I had these massive crowds. And for 3 months, they're saying, Texas is in play, and next week, it is very close. Texas is in play. And Georgia, remember Georgia? Georgia is in play, and I'm saying, man, can you imagine if I lose Texas? Or if I lose Georgia, it's in play. I'm saying to my kids and my wife, Texas is in play, Georgia's in play. This is going to be a disaster. And then they said Utah. I don't think the Republicans ever lost. Have they ever lost Utah? I don't think so. Utah is in play against some guy that I look at him and say, there's no way. My wife looked at him and she said, you're not going to lose to him. Sure. I'm telling you, she's good at this stuff. I said, yeah, but they say that he's tied with me. And she said, no, he's not tied. You're not going to lose to him. Don't worry about it. So they said, Utah is in play. So now it's like whatever time, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it goes on. First thing, like about 1 minute, you know, because